Yesterday, in the semi-finals of the women's 200 metre IM at the World Championships, 3 girls got disqualified. That's right, in semi-final 1 there was 3 disqualifications. And at first there was an uproar because everyone was saying, this is ridiculous. They've brought in VAR. They're now doing video reviews and disqualifying people for things they've done their whole life. And it wasn't a problem last week. These are professional athletes. But my take on this, and I said this at the American trials when lots of people got disqualified for their breaststroke underwaters, but hold your horses. Don't start pointing fingers at the officials, but point fingers at the coaches and the swimmers who have probably known they've done things slightly wrong for their entire career, but just turned a blind eye to it because they never got disqualified. And now, for the first time in history, the technology is allowing us to officiate races better. People aren't getting away with stuff anymore. And while that has been a problem in the past, that you were able to get away with stuff, now hopefully we won't be able to get away with stuff. And finally, we'll have integrity in races. We won't have multiple butterfly kicks on breaststroke underwaters. We won't have people crossing over to their front on back to breast turns. And we won't have people going early on the starts, not that we ever did. So while I'm not happy that people were disqualified yesterday, I am happy that rules are being enforced correctly. Now, whether or not you agree with the rules or think they are necessary, that's another conversation and not one I'm having right now. But today, as I watched the 200 metre IM final, along with Brett Hawke, and a few of the other guys while we're doing a live stream, I instantly say, hey, that back to breast turn from Alex Walsh, who was leading the race at the time, is illegal. She was on her front. And everyone was like, whoa, was she? And I was like, I got a bit nervous. I got a bit insecure. I was like, oh, side front. I wasn't sure. Alex Walsh's back to breast turn is going to get disqualified. That was very much on her side front.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I
don't know. I'm calling it, but I don't know.
Let's have a look. I'm behind.
I mean, if Kaylee gets disqualified for it, you looks really good.
Oh, you're right there. That was a side front.
Well, shortly after we finished the live stream, this picture come to my attention. Yeah, that's blatant. I don't need to specify for you, right? You can leave on the comments, is this swimmer on her back or her front? It's pretty clean cut in my opinion. She's on her front, and that's slightly before she's touched the wall. And the crossover turn is this turn that was brought in, I'm not sure, people say it's kind of newer, but I've seen like Phelps and Lochte do it back in 2004. But instead of touching on your back and then having to move your momentum to push off on your front, you can basically cross over, get on your side, and then do a front tumble turn, like you would on a freestyle race, and push off with all momentum intact, and it makes a massive difference. I once qualified for the British Short Course Championships in the 100 IM only because I learnt that turn. Fun fact, it took like 0.8 off my PB. I learnt it the night before the meet, legally. But the point I'm making is it makes a big difference, but it really is a fine line between being, well, fully on your back, then on your back, but very much on your side, but your chest is acutely forwards, then being fully on your side, which I don't even know what the rules say. I'm going to guess it's legal. But then on your front. So that's on your back. That's on your front. There you go. Good demo, eh? From my uni halls where I'm staying for the National Championships in Sheffield, a little demo on what's legal and what's not legal. But what is definitely not legal is being completely, well and truly, on your front. This is not me being critical. I'm not being critical of the swimmer in question here who did go on to win a silver medal. I'm not being critical of her. I'm not after her to get disqualified, but I am after integrity across the line. If you're going to disqualify 2 swimmers yesterday for back to breast turns in the semi-finals, you have to disqualify someone getting a medal. You can't feel sorry because they got a medal. And if it's a blatant thing like they went early, it will always be called up. But when it's something as simple as that, you can see in this picture, there is someone standing over them watching. There are feet of an official who is stood down looking at a swimmer on their front. I called it from a live stream, a million miles away, watching it on my computer. If you can't see it stood above and you don't have the courage to call that disqualification out, I don't know what to say. But we have rules for a reason. We need to enforce the rules. And while we shouldn't be upset swimmers got disqualified yesterday, we rightly can be upset if they got disqualified yesterday but not today. What's changed in 24 hours that this rule is not being enforced as properly as it was yesterday, or for different swimmers? That's my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video, and if you do want to see more world coverage, please do check in on my channel every day at 12 noon, lunchtime, 12 o'clock GMT, where I go live and me, Brett and a few others talk about the races as they happen. Cheers for watching, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.